Hi there, I'm Matt from the Underground Cookery School. Today I'm just going to show you a really simple, easy recipe. A very warm welcome to you. I'm going to show you how to do a very simple dish. It's a salad of steak with a blue cheese dressing, but I think it's good because it shows you how to cook a steak properly, how to make a blue cheese dressing, and also the basic principles of a salad. So it's kind of a 3-for-1. Now, this steak here was quite thick, but what I did is put it in between two sheets of cling film and just battered it out. Actually, it's a 4-for-1 because the secret of cooking on a griddle is always have a hot griddle pan, and this has been going for about 5 or 6 minutes, so it's absolutely furious with heat. And the other thing is don't put any oil either on the meat or on the pan, because all that's going to happen is that it's going to end up going in the extractor up there. So I'm just going to take it out of its I'm just going to take this piece of steak out, lay it on the griddle so it's facing one way, and we'll give that a turn in a minute. Now I'm going to give my hands a quick rinse because I did actually just touch some raw meat. There we go. And I'm going to prepare the lettuce for the salad. This has been washed, drained, and it's a heart of Romani. Now before I carry on, I'm just going to turn this steak exactly the other way, just so that we get a nice lattice going. Carry on with that. So I'm just going to slice along just as much as I need. I'm only going to do one portion here, so that ought to do it. That can go in the bowl up here. Right, I'm going to turn the steak round. I've already got that nice sort of lattice pattern on there. I'm going to get to work on making the dressing. So the first thing is I'm going to add a little bit of creme fraiche. So that goes in there. I'm going to add, oops, nearly lost my bowl. I'm going to add, see, there you can see, genius. I'm going to add some blue cheese, which I'm just going to crumble in. Now I do need to keep an eye on my steak, so I'm going to turn that the other way, but it doesn't take long to cook, probably about 1.5 minutes each side. And you've got that. I'm going to add a little bit of milk just to thin out the dressing. Add a bit more blue cheese to it. Now actually, funnily enough, I've probably got a little more than I need, so I'm just going to spoon some of that out. But whenever you make a salad, I think you should always make the dressing in the bowl, which I'm doing here, and then go in with your hands. Now that steak's been on for, I mean, the time that we've been doing this, about 2.5 minutes. So what I'm actually going to do now is just take that off the grill. I mean, personally, I like it absolutely blue, but if you want to cook it any longer, then feel free to do so. But I think that's lovely. I'm just going to keep mixing until I get a nice even consistency. I'm not worried that I've got way more than I need, because I'm going to use another bowl. So, like I said, there's some, generous lumps of blue cheese, a little bit of seasoning, and by that I just mean salt and pepper, so in it goes. I have got more than I need, so what I'm going to do is just spoon, make sure there's some nice lumps of blue cheese in there. Just pop that in the base of my, maybe one more. No one's going to complain if it's really cheesy. Right, I've got my lettuce, so I'm going to just throw that in. And now I'm going to cut my steak. So here's my steak, and I'm just going to cut it on the angle. Now, like I said, I like it absolutely blue inside. But if you prefer something a little bit more cooked, just leave it on the grill as long as you like. Again, you can cut the fat out if you like, but I quite like that. I think that's where all the flavour is. So here we go. I'm going to add that to my salad and then just give it a really good old mix. So the basic principles of making a salad: make the dressing in the bottom and combine. And what we're going to do now is plate up. Just drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil on the top, a little bit of black pepper. It's such a simple dish. You come home from work, you can't really be bothered to cook. I mean, that's hardly cooking. You stick the grill on, by the time you put the paper down, taking your coat off, it's ready. Stick the steak on, dressing you've made the day before, lettuce is already in a bag, done. So there you have a salad of steak with a blue cheese dressing, and you'll thank me